Wisdom is the principal thing. And with all thy gettings, get understanding. Embrace wisdom. He said, exalt wisdom, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. A crown of glory shall she deliver unto thee, and an ornament of grace. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7, down the line to 9. Wisdom is the principal thing. When you fail a principal course in school, you are grounded. You can't graduate. So wise students invest more time in their principals. They invest more time in their majors. You see, I train in architecture, and you know, we have all kinds of ancillary programs and courses like management, like accounting. You don't waste your time with those things because your area doesn't mean nothing to your program. But when it comes to designs, construction, those are your majors. If you get A's everywhere and you get any nonsense figure there, you are not going out. You'll be there forever. So wisdom is the principal thing. You'll be repeating the same class forever if you don't pass it. The wisdom question is the greatest question that must be solved in your Christian journey. But you see, the Bible says whatever is from above is above all. There are all kinds of wisdom. John chapter 3 verse 31. He said, whosoever is from above is above all. So whatever thing is from above is above all. There are 4 kinds of wisdom identified in scriptures. In James chapter 3 and verse 13 down to 17. He said, this wisdom descended not from above, but is earthly, is sensual, and is devilish. He said in verse 16, but the wisdom that is from above. So there are 4 kinds of wisdom. There is earthly wisdom, we call it common sense. There is sensual wisdom, we call it intellectual sense. There is devilish wisdom, we call it diabolical wisdom. And then, of course, you have the wisdom from above. When you talk about earthly wisdom, when a child is born and he's hungry or thirsty or wants to breastfeed, he doesn't put the breast nipples in the ears. Common sense. He was born with it. When he's going to start walking, he doesn't start hopping. He knows it's going to be one step after another. That's common sense. When he's going to wee-wee, he doesn't open his mouth. That's common sense. You don't go to school to learn that. When he needs attention, he cries. He's not smiling, he cries. Because smiling will mean he gets a smile back, it's comfortable. But he cries. Well, I don't know how to speak, but I know how to get your attention. So, wah! And then you have to run around to get attention for that child. Then intellectual wisdom, you kind of kinds of degrees. You know, 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd, 4th, 5th. All kind of degrees. Amen. And there are many people with so many degrees and still a failure in life. I'm a complete wreck. That means your degrees is no guarantee for a great destiny. It's no guarantee. And then you have diabolical wisdom, and it's all over the world. People are in various kind of cults and fraternities, Freemason, you know, and all kinds of stuff, all around the world today. All kinds, and in every place. People are subscribing to the devil consciously. That's even what they call Church of Satan. All kinds of occultic manipulations. And people just go ahead and just subscribe to it. And then there is the wisdom from above that puts you above all life situations and circumstances. The wisdom from above that makes you stand out far above your peers. The wisdom from above. And that is divine wisdom. Also, we have here in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 6 to 9, we have, it talks about howbeit we speak wisdom among them which are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that comes to naught. Natural wisdom, the wisdom of this world, Then the wisdom of the princes of this world, that's demonic, diabolical wisdom, which come to naught. That's when you put that side by side with the wisdom of God, it's equal to zero. The wisdom of this world can be divided into two. That is the earthly wisdom, the sensual wisdom. They are all in the realms of this world. And then the wisdom of the princes of this world. Then he said in verse 7, but we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory. So our glory is hid in that wisdom. When that wisdom is at work, the glory of God on your life is unfolded. How above, how superior is this divine wisdom? Now think of it. There was a young man called Joseph. And Pharaoh testified, inasmuch as God has shown you all these things, there is none as wise and discreet as thou art, who we may set over this business. Now you come and take over. You come and take over. Now God's wisdom went through a prisoner, and they couldn't find a match in the city. They couldn't find a match in the research centers. God's wisdom showed up, and it humbled the pride of the wise. Joseph did not just have the understanding of the dreams. He could prescribe a sound solution to dealing with it. And when Pharaoh heard it, he said, there is no one in your class in the whole of my realm. You take over. And now the wisdom of God will announce a number of people here. The wisdom of God will announce a number of people here. He said, you take over. Far above. Far above. Far above. Then we saw a young man by the name Solomon. And Solomon became king, and he had an hunger for wisdom. God said, ask what you want. He said, I don't want nothing, but I want your wisdom in my life so I could deal wisely in the privileged position you have given me. And God said, you've not asked for yourself riches. You've not asked for yourself honor. You've not asked for the head of your enemies. He said, I've done to you what you have asked. Behold, I've given you wisdom, that no one in your days will match you. And when Solomon came on the scene, he was wiser than all men. And all the kings of the earth, all, not some, all the kings of the earth came to hear the wisdom of Solomon. All the kings of the earth. For he was wiser than all men. He was not in the class of any man, because he had an encounter with the wisdom from above. That's the supremacy of divine wisdom. I mean, you can't match it. It's unmatchable. It's unmatchable. When that wisdom comes upon a life, it distinguishes that life in a grand style. It's unmatchable. It's unmatchable. It's unmatchable. So if you look at the people that we've tried to look at, Joseph, Solomon, you see clearly the supremacy of the wisdom from above. It takes you off the natural realm into the realm of the supernatural. Because whatever is from above is above all. In Psalms chapter 104 and verse 24, how manifold are thy works, O God! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is also full of thy riches. All of creation has its root in the wisdom of God. I mean, his creation has never needed an adjustment. Where he has fixed the ears is still where the ears is best fitted. The mouth is still in the same place. Now, all inventors are constantly improving on their invention. But creation does not require improvement.